your day is going wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. Well, today we're going to create a card for Pretty Pink Posh. With Easter this weekend, I thought it'd be perfect to make an Easter card. Last minute Easter card, actually. Before you get started, I do want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all your wonderful comments, for your support of my YouTube channel, and for your support of my YouTube endeavors. They're really appreciated. Today we're going to create a card with the Easter sign stamp set. So adorable. I think it's so fun how you have a little bunny, a little chickie, and a little lamb that you can insert any kind of sentiment that you want. And if you don't want a sentiment, there's also a butterfly that will fit in there, which is so sweet. There is a coordinating die set, and I'll be using that for my project. And then I'm also going to be using the Easter circles die. This came with the, this is actually coordinates with the Easter circles stamp set. I love these because they interact with every release's circle stamp sets. So you can interchange them, but they're nice on their own too. So I thought we would use that for our shaker. And we are going to jump in and do a little stamping. I thought the bunny was so cute, so we're going to take that and I'm going to stamp this little guy on some alcohol marker friendly cardstock. I'm going to use my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And then I'm also going to take I want a little butterfly, and I think maybe let's do both of the butterflies because I'm not sure which one I want. So we will kind of spread them apart. So when we die cut, we can die cut them out all at once. But I may use one, I may use two, but it's always nice to have extra. Now I'm going to just clean off my stamps. And then for this card, I'm going to use Hoppy Easter. I think that's so cute. But I'm not going to stamp it just yet because I'm going to color in my sign. I want to add a little bit of color to that. But we'll keep this out just in case. We're going to start. Bunnies are super easy to color in. I'm going to zoom in. And I don't think I need to speed this up because it's pretty quick. But I am going to use my W1 marker. And basically I'm going to add a little shading at the bottom of the ears. And then also at the very top of my little bunny's head. Like so. A little bit under the chin. A little bit on his paws. I guess they're paws. Bunnies have paws. And I'm going to leave the tail white. And I'm going to add a little color with my RV00 or RV10 to the bunny's nose and the bunny's ears. And maybe around his tail a little bit. And we're going to rosy up his cheeks with the lighter pink. And I'm going to use RV00. The bottom of my marker went flying across the room. Hang on, I'll be right back. Now, if you ask me to do that again, I wouldn't be able to do that for the life of me. I don't know how it flew across the room. But I'm just adding some little rosy cheeks to my little bunny there. And then we're going to color in our butterfly. And I'm thinking we're going to use some yellows. Yellows and oranges. So let's color in this one all yellow. And we'll do this one yellow. And you know, I want to create a sign that's kind of a rainbow color. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to go ahead and color in my sign frame with the yellow. And then I'm bringing in my YR14, which is orangey. And we'll color in the body of the butterfly. Okay. And then for the inside of my sign, I'm going to go in with my BG10. I'm going to color it all. And then we'll do a little shading. BG13. Just. And that is it. I'm going to take my Happy Easter and I'm going to stamp that with my black ink. I'm just using my memento since I have it on my desk. We'll stamp that right in the middle. So cute. You know what I think I want to do? I think I'm going to stamp my little bunny one more time. And I'm going to color in and that wasn't very good. I'm going to stamp one more time here. Much better. I'm going to color in my Easter sign one more time. Basically, I'll just do the same thing. Good deal. Okay, I'm going to take the coordinating dies and die cut out my bunny along with all these images, but this one I'm going to fussy cut around. Okay, all my images are die cut out, and since I fussy cut this, what I'm going to do is take my memento marker. If you have any kind of black marker, you can do the same, but I'm just going to go around the edges. And any imperfections, this is just going to help clean up. And then that is good to go. I'm going to take a foam square, put this directly on top of my bunny. I'll remove the release paper, and we'll take our little sign, and we're just going to put that right on top. I love doing this because it just causes a lot of dimension. And it really looks like that little bunny's holding that sign. Okay, I'm going to zoom back out. And now we are going to do a little bit of die cutting. I'm going to go ahead and separate my circles. And I'm just going to use the two that have the stitch detail. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of die cutting for our shaker card. I have a card foam panel here. It measures 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches tall. And I'm going to be using the scalloped frame dies to create my shaker window. I'm going to actually use the positive and the negative. So I need to make sure that this is centered on my panel. And then I will run this through my die cut machine. I want to make sure it's centered though. And then with this cardstock, I'm going to use the eyelet borders. Now when I think of Easter, I always think when I was little, and we used to get dressed up with our little pastel dresses, and also our we had bonnets and we had white gloves, and so I just love the softness that reminds me of Easter. So I'm going to create 4 eyelet borders, and I'm going to actually frame my shaker with them. So I'm going to die cut out 4 of these, and then my scalloped frame. Okay, I went ahead and die cut out my frame, and I flipped it over and I put some foam adhesive behind this frame. And then I went ahead and put a piece of acetate behind this one, and then I put foam adhesive behind here as well. Now if you wanted your shaker to really shake, you could double up on your foam adhesive, but I'm not too worried about that. Now what I'm going to do next is take these sequins. This is called Bunny Garden. Aren't they just adorable? Let me open them up. I just love the colors in here. I love that there's little bunnies. And I think it would make the perfect shaker card with all these colors. I haven't made a shaker card in a while, and I thought this confetti was so fun, it'd be perfect for that. Okay, next I'm going to take my card base. Since this is an A2 size panel, I'm just going to line up my card base with my shaker front carefully. Press down really good, and we have a fun shaker. And it does shake. You can see it moves around a little bit. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take my eyelet borders. I'm going to use my tape runner, and I'm going to add them. I want to kind of evenly space them because I know I have to do a little bit of snipping. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to round the corners so they go a little bit more nicer. And so we have a little scalloped border. Now what we're going to do is take our inside frame. I'm going to remove the release paper off of this. Then this is going to go inside of our eyelet frame. Lovely. So we have lots of scallops. Now I had already used my circle dies, and I cut out an orange one, a yellow one, and we'll go ahead and layer these together. And I'm just going to use a foam square here. And then I also cut out a green one because I want to kind of create a little hillside. So I'm just going to trim that off. And I'm going to adhere that to the bottom of my yellow one. And we'll place that on our background. And I'm going to go ahead and add a foam square on one side and then adhesive on the other, because I know it's going to overlap a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and add our little Easter bunny. And I'm not adding any dimension to him. Then we'll go ahead and add our butterflies. I'm going to use some small foam squares here. And then last but not least, let's add some little sparkle to our butterfly wings. And also to our Easter sign, just to bring it all together. And then that will finish off my project today for a fun little shaker card. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely day. We'll see you soon, guys. Bye-bye.